And we are off to a great start. That's the new barracks now up, as well as our Dyers hut. About bloody time though. But now that we have this hut up, let's see if we have any spare idiot who could come in and be our dyer for us. Welcome in then, Brayley, our new dyer. Which is good timing actually, because we are starting to get some coloured items on our request list which we will need to sort. So your first task then, Brayley, is to create us some lime stained glass. Which really shouldn't be that difficult for you, and hopefully that has taken it off the list, which indeed it has. I do however see some more recipes on the list that we need to teach to the stonemason, so Nicole, let's teach you some recipes, and her recipe list is full. Well, that certainly brought things to a halt pretty quickly there. I think we are going to need to create a second stonemason then, an overflow stonemason to go with our overflow sawmill. Problem is, where do we place it? We will worry about that in a moment. For now though, let's go choose this bad boy a style. Which style is going to be made of an in-can theme. Here is an in-can style stonemason at level 1. I can't say that I really understand how this building is supposed to look, but here is it at level 5 then, which looks marginally better. If I were to guess with all of the placeholder blocks here, then I believe this build would be better situated within a mountainscape. And it just so happens that we do have a mountainside just opposite our concrete mixer's hut. So let's see if we can place it in here. The real problem with this build is not actually knowing where I should be placing it or how far in that I should be placing it. The blue bounding box for our medieval oak sifter comes to just that block there, so if I leave a gap, then the white outline should be in line with it. Yeah, you know what, enough thinking, let's just go with it. And we will get this build up and running just as soon as I find out where the hut block is. And as much as I would just like to strip away this entire mountainside here to look for it, I think that pretty much then depletes the purpose of actually having all of those placeholder blocks around it. But we found it, so let's go ahead with building it. What I'm going to do actually is just very quickly place back all of these stone blocks here, and I will then let the builder figure out all of that mess and how they want to make this. Right, let's go see what our builders are up to then actually. We have Koa working on a level 3 upgrade to our birch restaurant here, and I believe that he is requesting in some items for the stonemason, which really doesn't help matters much here. Maybe I should move Koa on to upgrade that new stonemason instead of the restaurant. Yes, I have just set that up for him, so what we will do is cancel the restaurant and cancel the apiary upgrade, so he will pick up the new stonemason once he's done doing whatever he's doing downstairs. I seen that Jalia has picked up a house build right beside the barracks that she's just finished off, so that's pretty perfect, pal. We do need a lot more housing in for a lot more idiots. I really should get some signs put down as to what style of builds these are, but I'm pretty sure this is a true dwarven styled house that she's going to put in. So that's probably going to look pretty horrendous once it's up at level 5. She has nearly finished that build to be fair, so what I will do is get her coming over to this secondary house that we have at the corner here and constructing it next. Riley over in the agricultural district is upgrading the rabbit hutch to level 2, And I do believe that there are some items here on the open request list that she's asking for. Yes, Crimson Stairs and Warped Planks, both of which are pretty simple items that we can teach to our overflow sawmill. But we will eventually then get this building up to level 2 and then upgrade it to level 3 so that he can look after even more rabbits, which he's doing a tremendous job with, as we can already see. Then we will get Riley coming out and start upgrading some of these other builds here to level 2 and level 3 as well. The ninja builder Ellison is working on upgrading our Fletcher's hut to level 2 at the moment. I think that she has some items being requested here within our list. Stone brick pillars, which are again a stone mason recipe, but an architect's cutter recipe, so it has a different recipe slot. So I should be able to teach that. Yup, I think the recipe is just as simple as that, so we'll teach it and remove it from the open request list. The final builder then is Mariah, who is working on a level 2 upgrade to our fortress style stone smeltery. I do know that she is requesting in quite a few different items here from the open request list. Basically, just a lot of different coloured terracotta items, which I should then be able to teach here to our stone smeltery. Although we don't really have that many recipe slots to teach a lot of these to. But they are now off of the list. Well, mostly off of the list. We will need to teach the dyer how to make black terracotta alongside magenta terracotta now. So it's a real good job then that we were able to get the dyer's hut up finally here so that it can start contributing. Right then, Brayley, what is it? What type of fuel that you want to use? That's okay, you will be using coal, the same as everyone else. And I see you making the lime stained glass there for Ellison as well. Thank you very much, but let's quickly teach you some more recipes here. This is the recipe then for black terracotta, and I think it was magenta terracotta here as well. But that should pretty much be everything then, apart from 130 cobblestone for the stonemason. And that of course should be our miner who is getting us all of that, but of course they are bloody useless, so aren't, seeing as they require some cobblestone themselves to then be turned into gravel, and then into sand, and then into sandstone. Just so then they can make some more pointless decoration using that sandstone around the place here to then get us some more cobblestone up. Absolutely useless. Okay, well, it's time to bring out the big guns then, and let's finally then start establishing our quarries. This quarry here is a Lost City theme, and we will get Mariah constructing it for us once she's done over there. And this one here is a Space Wars medium quarry, which we will get Ellison then constructing for us. But once we do get both of the quarries up and working for us here, then they should be able to bring up a lot of cobblestone from the ground, which ultimately is only going to help. Well, to save just a little bit of crafting time, I am going to ore vein mine some sandstone here, and maybe just some sand as well to help out with that process. There's a few stacks of the good stuff, so I will take that over, and hopefully that will mean just a little bit less cobblestone for them. Right then, Lorena. Don't say that I don't care about you, because I really don't, but there is some sandstone for you, and in fact there's a few more pieces. Get your ass down that hole, get me up some cobblestone. Speaking of stone actually, hello Koa, let's see how you've been getting on here with our new stone mason, which I have no idea what the hell you're doing here, son. Well, some form of progress is at least being made in here, although it is very dark. Let me just quickly lighten this up here before any nasty buggers come out. He is doing something at least, removing the torches that I just placed down. So I'm trusting that you're going to be absolutely fine here then, Koa, and get this new one up. Brilliant, son. This is what I like to see. I've seen that our ninja builder has just finished the level 2 upgrade to our Fletcher's hut here. Thank you very much, pal. Which is a good thing because we now have 30 recipe slots in total, an additional 15 now open. And Ellison has moved on to start work on the medium quarry, which is going to be a ridiculous build in itself. She is doing the Space Wars themed one here, and yes, there is just a stupid amount of sandstone that's going to be required for this, which is practically the same problem that we have with the current miner as well, because we need cobblestone to turn it into sand. All of these Space Wars one can just absolutely do one. Jalia's upgrade to the level 1 True Dwarven House is coming along an absolute treat here. She is 90% done with it, so this will flag off as done very, very shortly. Yep, there it is. Nicely done, pal. And she will move on and hopefully then start construction of our second house over here. Good stuff then, Jalia. I think you will pretty much get this new area up and working here by yourself. And that is Koa now 85% complete with the new stonemason's hut. Yes, he's made it incredibly dark in here, so I get the feeling things might end badly for him. But it's still pretty difficult to tell the entrance to it at the moment, so what I will do is just quickly clear a little way for us to get in. That's a lot better there then, at least we have some easy access straight into this now. Brilliant. Well, things are certainly still moving forwards here in Disorder, although they are becoming a lot more complicated with all of these new materials we're needing. Hopefully we won't need too many more overflow builds like this, but if we do, I'm sure we'll find space for them.